welcome back. You're watching Brand Equity and I'm Sonali Krishna. Now last week, Mahindra launched its multimedia movement titled Spark the Rise with much fanfare, taking its new brand positioning, Mahindra Rise, to the next level. The campaign aims to inspire people across India to shape their own future and participate in nation building. I caught up with Anand Mahindra to chat about the concept, its viability and why he believes this campaign will fly.
It was in January this year that Mahindra & Mahindra unveiled its spanking new brand positioning, calling it Rise. And last week, the Mahindra Group decided to take the Rise campaign to the next level, launching Spark the Rise.
Do you have an idea that could bring about real change?
This digitally focused campaign, developed by the global team at Strawberry Frog, New York, aims to get Indians to think out of the box and take action accordingly. Individuals, groups and organizations can submit project plans online at sparktherise.com. Over the course of 6 months that this program will run, 8 winning Sparks will receive financial grants of rupees 4 lakh each from the Mahindra Group every month, 5 of which will be chosen by public votes and 3 by an expert jury. In the grand finale, 18 finalists will have the chance to win further funding.
Mahindra. Rise.
Mr. Mahindra, we've gone through your whole presentation of Rise, Spark the Rise campaign. You've yourself admitted that this is a big risk. And, given the fact that crowdsourcing, in funding is a nascent concept, plus after that, India is a land of abundant ideas but very poor in execution. Why are you so bullish on this project?
First of all, risk is what businessmen are paid to do, to take. And I think we take risk not only in financial terms. We have to take risks with our organization structures, with becoming organizations of tomorrow. I think it would be a matter of pride if the new transnational, if the new organizational formats that develop in the next decade comes from India. And that's why anything that you do that is new is a risk. But the fact is, if we learn how to become practical, if we learn how to use platforms in which to deploy our ideas, I think that would make India into the superpower that we want it to be.
These days reality shows give out 1 crore as prize money. So don't you think, 3 crores and odd and 4 lakhs per idea is rather small for a group like Mahindra?
I would love to have ourselves separated out from reality shows. So thank you very much if the prize money is the characteristic. What you have to look at is, clearly we have abundant resources here. Looking at this amount through the wrong lens might lead you to conclude that it's a small amount. You have to look at what else is going on right now. Where are the unsung heroes being recognized and, more important, being provided with a bridge to implement their ideas? Our money is not simply a prize money or a trophy that they're meant to keep in a cupboard. It is, in a sense, call it a fellowship. It's like a fellowship amount which allows the person to take his or her idea to the next level. Much more important than that is putting them onto a public platform where then they can crowdsource support. It could very well be that Mahindra itself finds an idea which actually lends itself to a commercial activity where you can create shared value.
Mr. Mahindra, you're very active on Twitter. How would you look at how you're being perceived in the social media space? Because, you have a large number of followers.
That's a question I should ask you, isn't it? How I'm perceived. But let me just point out the connection between Twitter and here and the learnings from Twitter. What I've learned is that when you go out onto a limb like that and, go out into a public platform, you take an enormous amount of risk. You take a risk because people will criticize you, they will criticize your products, your processes, your people, anything. And there is, when that happens, a certain amount of angst you go through. There is a rather interesting fringe group of people who are intending merely to hurl darts without any constructive approach. What I've learned is, after you block out that lunatic fringe, 99% of the interactions that I've had on Twitter are constructive. And I'm hoping that we will experience the same thing here. We don't know. We are taking a risk by doing this. Your quality of interaction with your community, they begin to believe, I hope, in you as at least a real person. And in a company of 120,000 people and a country of 1 billion people, if you can achieve that amount of realness, if you will, I think that's worth it.
Thank you so much for joining us and all the very best with Spark the Rise.
It's a pleasure.
Time to get commercial, but don't go anywhere because in just a moment we bring you a high-profile panel that will discuss and scrutinize the 3 campaigns that you saw last week as part of Brand Equity Special Initiative. Stay tuned.